Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hey Mom, Play This. I'm Kimmy Amber, and we're in Sky today to do a wing light and candle run in the Valley of Triumph. Come on, let's go. All right, so every time you go to Eden, you lose all of your wing light. And you can see by my cape, I've gotten quite a few of them back. I've gone through Isle of Dawn and Daylight Prairie, Hidden Forest. Now we're doing Valley of Triumph. And a lot of these are on slide or flight paths. You don't have to stop at them. They just get picked up for you as you go by. Now, it being a candle run as well. Oh, skippity, skippity, skip. I try to catch all my candles as I go down the first time. Now, you can go down this multiple times, and you will if you're going to do both the slide and the flight race at the same time. But sometimes I only do one on my regular candle run, unless this is the quest realm for the day. I'll often only do one of them. So I've gotten in the habit of just catching all of these lights as I go by. And then this tunnel is a lot of fun. I can't even give you a percentage of how often I miss the candles at the end of this because I'm climbing a wall or something. Just like this. Good grief. You can always stop and go back like I did after that first Winglight Child. You can always stop and go back. Walk your way back to those candles if you really want them. And we come over here. Now, I might point things out, but we're not going to stop at them, like this ancestor right there, because this is just about candles and wing lights. I am doing a series where I go and show you where all of the ancestral spirits are, like this one here. I'm not going to record the actual spirit interaction itself. You've got to play to find that out. But at least you'll know where to look for them, the names of them, and if you're missing one specific, or if it's a daily quest one and you aren't sure exactly which one in the realm it is. I know I had one of my family go, "Oh, I'm so glad you're making those because I haven't found all of the spirits." Granted, Melody honestly doesn't play nearly as often as some of the rest of us on our family. In fact, I'm not even sure Red Panda plays as often as she used to. All right, so we go along and we catch all of our lights here on the... There are 3 wing light spirits for this section. The one that was on the path we've already picked up. And then we need to go below the ice. We're going to take a hard right. Grab these candles. And then here's number 2. And then our third one is over here in the center. There's our map stone right there if you haven't gotten it yet. And we're going to keep going this direction and go do the slide race. And the flight race is the other exit from the ice rink here. But you have to come back to the ice rink in order to do the other once you've gone down this one. There's no other way to get there. You have to go back to the start and slide down the ice rink path again. Now, I've told you the little tracker just came up on the left. You can get 160 pieces of light from this race. You can get 160 pieces of light from the flight race as well. If you collect everything, completely fill in that tracker on the left. But if you only get one, if you only get one sliver on that where you have picked up one of these light beams, you will get 120. So this is a good place to practice maneuverability. And I didn't get hard enough right or left there. It's a good place to practice maneuverability, to see just how much you can actually pick up and get your Sky Child to do. Now I could just go over there and fly. I could go back and pick up the ones that I missed. But I've already, because I've picked these up, I will get 120 pieces of light. Wax. There's so many different names for these things. Pieces of light or candle wax go into making up a full candle. You get 120 of this just by having picked up one of these spears of light. Now on this path, there is one that is completely encased in the slide race. The only way to get it is through the slide race. There is a second one, but it is shared with the flight race. So if you don't pick it up on the slide race, you can turn around and pick it up on the flight race. It's right where the two paths converge, right before you go into the Coliseum. And here is our one on the slide race. All right, so I only got about 20% of the lights on that, but I will still get the 120. And it's called a race, but it's not a matter of who got the most or who got there fastest. And here's the second one. Right here is where the two races converge. And here is the wing light that is shared between the two of them. So when I do the wing or the flight race in a little bit, that guy won't be there. And then I'm off my pattern. Oops. I pick these up and we end up on the podiums. If you're doing this with multiple people, somebody might have more of these little lights right here than somebody else, and they're the ones who will step forward. But we all get this cascade of light if it's the first time you're going through on the slide race for the day. All right, into the temple. What? There was an artifact left over from something, probably the Aurora concert. I like to go light all of these before I go into the maze. Well, I try to light all of these before I go into the maze. Good heavens. I do it first. My friend Jaron likes to do it after the maze. He comes in from the bottom, goes into the maze from the bottom, and he comes out from that hole up there, which is where we're going to start. But if these are already lit, it has a really cool effect when you actually fly out. Oh, come on. Good grief. It's going to be a flight day, apparently. It has a really cool effect if you come down here, they're all lit, and you fly down to the altar. All the lights go swirling around you all at once. It's pretty cool. All right, so in the temple we have, this would be, I think, number 4 in Valley of Triumph. 1 on the slide to the rink, 2 in the rink, yes. This is number 4. We go across on this first leap. Go up. And we go to the right on this leap. We go down into the hole. The path that somebody taught me, and it just made so much sense to me that I have just kept doing it. All right, and then the campfire. We have, that one's already been lit, but this one has not, if we can get to it. Sometimes they're in spots that you just can't reach. Stuck in stones and such. There we go. All right, this one was already lit. Sometimes artifacts. Sometimes you can't see the balls, like that one right there. And you just look for the symbol. And other times you can see them, but they've already been lit. All right, to get out, a right. A right, because a lot of this times this is dark. A left, followed by another left, followed by a right. And there's another spirit for us. And we're back out in the temple. All right, we're going to go back out to the Coliseum. And I probably should be saving my wing energy because I'm going to need it. So let's do this. Let's stand here for just a second and get some energy. All right. Recharging on candles is the slowest thing you can possibly do, but right out off the top of my head, I can't think of any better way to do it right here. Maybe that brazier. And actually, I am going to stop and recharge again real quick. I should have walked up instead of flying up. We're headed to the shoulder of that statue right behind me because there is a wing-light child up there. Now, I've gotten much better at doing this, but this has always been a challenge for me to get up here. I've tried it from multiple angles. Now that I've got more wing-light, it's not as difficult for me. But when I had only a few wings on my cape, getting up here was exercise in frustration. So this is one that for a long, long time I had somebody just fly me up here and help. All right, so 2 here in the Coliseum Temple area. This is number 5. From here, we're actually going to... Oh, there are candles. Whoop. There are 4 sets of candles on this upper pathway. I'm just going to show you. There's this one here. On the other side of the red awning is a set. On this side, directly across from us, is another set next to the blue, and then all the way across at this position on the other side is the 4th. You're only talking about 12 candles here. Get them if it's worth the energy, the effort. And sometimes it really is when you just need a few extra to get that next candle. But in the interest of time, I'm just going to move on. And we are going to go to Village of Dreams. We do that with the gondolas through this spirit gate. Whoop! No, we don't want to be on the gondola. It's not very often you come through there and the gondolas are actually working right there. All right, across to this platform. We came in from over there, from the Coliseum, and that's how you get back to the Coliseum from Village of Dreams. Come over to this platform. There's a set of gondolas here, which we will call and use in just a little bit. But right now, we're going to go up to that hole in the mountain up there, because we have a wing-light child hanging out up here in the mountains. There we go. And while we're up high, we're going to go to that mountain over there. A Village of Dreams was created by the Season of Dreams. So the NPCs that you find in here in general have to do with that season. And they will come back as traveling spirits at some point. And I'm a village theater. And I think it's a season of performance is the name of this one. I have not done the season quest line yet, which is why we're getting this cutscene. And I don't have cutscenes turned off because I haven't done these yet and on recordings. Now, if I had done the season, there would be all kinds of NPCs over there. There would be flowers here to pick up for candlelight. But we're here on the Winglight Run because there is one hiding back here amongst all of the theater props. And then we're going to go back to the Village of Dreams. That's one of the things that I need to start doing on this Hey Mom account is the season quest lines, which we get from the Hopeful Steward, I believe, is where you get the initial quest lines for each of these seasonal recaps, basically. When I came back from Eden the first time, he was waiting for me outside of Aviary Village, and he directed me to the Village of Dreams, actually. The Season of Dreams was the season he was directing me to. I had a little bit of a video issue, so I didn't actually get it recorded, and I'm going to have to redo that. But I need to do that so that I can get all of this stuff opened up. Oh, somebody's gotten the ultimate item from the Bluebird season, which the last week started today. The last quest line was given, and it was really very cute. I'm not going to post it. You've got to go do that for yourself. I can't do all the work for you. I mean, it's about playing the game, right? And this person has pants on from the Days of Nature and the wings from Aurora. We're going up the gondola because there are more Winglight spirits up here. One is one of my absolute most favorite to get. I have so much trouble with it. It's on the building. We're passing these little pylons, I guess they would be called. It's on the building right next to that last one. And there's wind, all kinds of wind around that pylon. It is just very, very difficult for me to do. So I've figured out a way to help myself. You know that you can get energy from the clouds. So I go over here. I'm going right there. See the Winglight child up there? I'm going to come over here and I am going to get in the clouds. And I'm just going to climb as high as I can and then quickly turn around, open wing, and then close wing and hope I land on the building. Yay! I'm getting better at it. But you can tell from my voice, it is a stressful challenge for me. Nope, not going to get in there that way. The wind up here just pushes me around all over the place, and it makes it very difficult for me to maneuver. All right. So I'm going to pause while we go through this transition, and I will see you when we reach Hermit Valley. All right, here we go. This Hermit Valley, there is part of the Season of Dreams questline brings you up here. There is a spirit. It's not an ancestral spirit, it's a seasonal spirit. And I don't think I've been making that distinction before, so I'm going to try and remember that. This is part of the Season of Dreams. This character is who we follow all the way through the this season quest line. So I may even do that right after I finish this recording. And we've got some candles back here. Now, sometimes, if you're small enough, this is very easy to do. But if you're normal size like I am, sometimes, there we go. It takes practice. You can actually go through that window because here's one of our winglight children back here. Now this area is often the site of the shards, the daily shards event. That is the wind paths, which is another season. I believe it's called the season of flight. Really need to get into these because right now I can't use the wind paths on my own. I have to have somebody take me in through them. And while we're up here, our map stone is, where is it? It's right here somewhere. Is it on the top? Where is our map? There it is. Our map stone. All right, I don't know what the cut on this is going to look like, but I had no wing light. I had no energy left as I was flying down this direction. I was saying that I don't know for certain, and I should have done it while I was paused. I didn't count to see what number for Valley of Triumph, how many wing lights we've picked up already. But I have one more. We have one more in this area, and it's on the side of this mountain here. I ran out of light. I ended up not catching the clouds, so I had to go back. Yeah. So right up here on the right is a cave, and we need to go in there to get the last wing light for the Village of Dreams and Hermit Valley area. And then the only ones left are the ones in the flight race. And the only way to get to those are to go back. Ooh, we get a new wing. Are to go back to portals, go back down through the slide race to the ice rink. So I will meet you there. All right, so here we are back in the ice rink, the skating rink. I think it's just called the ice rink. And we went through that pathway to get to the sliding race. Now we're going to come over here for the flying race. This area we're going into is known as the Citadel. It's also was added on for a season. I think this was the season of flight, actually. I'll find out. We will find out. You'll have to take a peek at those when I start to post them. Like the Ancestral Spirit Let's Go Find videos that I'm starting to post. I probably will only just show you the guide and where to find the beginning of each step of the quest chain, the season chain. Because if I do it all for you, then you're never going to play, and I want you to play. I love this game. And if you've watched this much of mine, you're probably at least entertained by the game enough to want to come and look at another video of it. So thank you for coming to visit with me in Sky. I love to have people to share the experience with. All right, this is the Citadel. Right now I'm just running my candle run route, but of course there are winglight children in here as well. There are two. Ah. This is a very floaty area. You don't need a whole lot of energy to do much of anything. The first winglight child is in this tower right here. And I sometimes miss him because I can't see him until I'm right on top of him in my pathway. But eventually you do them often enough that you remember where they're at, particularly if you're doing Eden once a week. And you might not. I don't think Panda in the I have eaten episode 7 of the playthrough that we did. Said, I asked her if she had already been to Eden that week. She says, I don't think I've been to Eden this month. All right. So our second wing light child's actually in this wall here. And just like the slide and race, you just have to go by it. You don't actually have to stop and click on it. So you don't have to land in that space, which is really nice. And then we have some lights here. Whether or not you want to put the energy into this is completely up to you. There's 24 candles total. Or yeah. So 24 lights that you would get from these. I know people who just fly through them thinking, having decided that those extra 24 are not worth their time or energy. Well, it depends on what you're trying to do. If what you're trying to do is get to the flight race, then the extra couple of minutes that it might take you to do this, I can see the reasoning behind, not worth those 24 candles. But for me, it's always worth the 24 candles because candles are money. Candles are our currency. And we're grab some colored light since we're here. And then into this start of the race. All right, our map's done for this one. Now, because you saw on the last one, the doors take a minute to open. Unlike the other temple, it's not really a temple, staging area, starting area. These gates take a minute to open. So, but unlike the other section, this one actually has, come on, candles. So we're going to jump over here while those doors open and light these candles real quick. Now, I have actually already recorded this and I had to ditch the video. I don't even remember now why, but something just didn't do what I needed it to do. Or I don't even remember. But Jaren was very kind and came and flew with us on this. There are 2 wing light children in this race, and I have the worst time getting the second one. I miss it more often than not. And when I say more often than not, I think I've caught it in a year. And I don't do this race every time, but I think in a year, I've caught it 4 times because I don't fly so good. You guys know this about me. Again, just like on the slide race, as long as you get one of these spears of light, you're going to get the 120 wax. Now, this is also a very good place to practice your flying because there's lots of ways, lots of opportunity to try to maneuver. Oh, I've already gotten 3. I'm pretty impressed with myself. You guys just don't even know. You just don't even know. I missed that one. But it's a good place to practice as well. Getting your flying under control. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how much I've already picked up on this. You guys are seeing a personal best here. As I hit the wall and make this approach really difficult. So the first wing light child is at the end of this section on this side. So you've got to be on this side. And you only have to get close. That one I don't think I've ever missed that one. The next one, however. So we're just going to fly through here and get some more wing lights. And Jaren and Cheetah both do super fancy stuff here where they're picking up lights everywhere as I hit the wall. Me, I'm just happy to get through it. If you do nothing, the pathway will, in general, push you through. But if you're trying to get the wing lights, now he's coming up. He's on top of a tower in here. You can see him glowing now. We're just going to cross our fingers. I need to be a little lower, I think. And then a quick super. Hey, I got it. That's exciting. So maybe my flying is getting a little bit better. I'm thrilled. That is not something that normally happens for me. Normally I'm yelling at the screen and cussing the little guy out, although I'm not really cussing him out, but getting very irate. And then when we finish this slide, I'm trying to get it. No, I don't want to fly. I was trying to get some speed. Because we seem to be kind of going at molasses land. Good heavens. All right. So you can see the Coliseum there now in the background. We're coming into that last section. We're about to join the area from the sliding race where that extra wing-light child, if you don't catch it on one, you can catch it on the next. Right in front of us is where he would be. We might be able to see the outline as I go by. Nope, but it's there. And then back into the Coliseum again. The second time you come in through here, those lights are there and you do have to clear them. You get it, these are part of the 120, so it doesn't really matter if you do this on both. The little stars will be blue, but if you were to come down either one of those races a second time, the stars are gray. You still have to complete the picking them up here in the Coliseum in order to finish the sequence so that you can move on from here. And there we get our cascade of lights again. And that is it. That is the entirety of the Valley of Triumph, Wing Light, and Candle Run. Thank you so much for coming along with me. Oh, we have a friend. I hope you're enjoying the Sky series. Please hit like if you are. Subscribe if you'd like to see the next ones that are posted. This is Hey Mom, Play This. I'm Cami Amber. Thank you for coming with me on my trip through wing lights and candle runs in the Valley of Triumph, and we'll see you again in the sky.